Hello everyone, hello and welcome to Kugane, the new city hub for the upcoming Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. I had the opportunity to explore the city and a few other zones during a media event in San Francisco a few weeks ago, and today I'm going to give you an exclusive tour. Now, it bears remembering that this footage is of a build of the game still in development and does not necessarily represent the final product. Furthermore, there are very few NPCs here that will share dialogue with us in this build, and fewer still that I can share with you, so we'll have to rely on the sights alone, more or less, to learn and speculate about the city for now. There are also limits on what and how much I'm allowed to show you, and so there will be a lot of fast forwarding and a number of transitions in the footage, but everything I am allowed to show you is pretty spectacular, so I really hope you enjoy. We're starting in the Aetheryte Plaza, or Tenkonto, as they seem to call it here, by the Umi Neko or Sea Cat Tea House, as I believe it means, one of two tea houses I have found in the city. We move north into the Rakuza District. Here, some citizens milling about what resembles a small Shinto shrine and several plaques of prayer left for the local kami. One of these locals is concerned about a group called the Sekisei-gumi, which seem to be the local samurai and city watch. We pass through a local market and find there browsing a conspicuous pair of Ishguardians before heading into the Bokaisen Hot Springs and discovering presumably one of Koji Fox's proudest achievements in a Ned Flanders joke. Stupid sexy Rogadin. From here we circle back and head east towards Matsuba Square and the barracks of the Sekisei-gumi samurai. The Sekisei-gumi appear to perform a similar function in Kugane as the Yellow Jackets or Brass Blades, even if they're not immensely popular with the locals. South from here, we find the Sekisei-gumi guarding the courtyard of Kugane Castle, and further south, the Ethys District, translating literally, I believe, to the District of Great Men. A solitary brass blade stands here outside an unmarked building, inside the familiar flag of Uldar, and the map marks an inaccessible entrance to an area called the Ruby Bazaar. I think it's reasonable to speculate here that we have found an office of Lolorito's East Aldenard Trading Company, whom we know already to have established trade networks with the Far East. Further evidence of this is to be found down by Pier 1, where we find a large number of NPCs in the typical garb of the Uldan merchant amongst the ubiquitous Kugane dockworkers. Also in the Ethys district stand the consulates of Thavnair and Garlemald, consolidating for us the image of Kugane as a strange neutral stage where Garlane and Eorzean share the same street and a pretense of cordiality under the gaze of their hosts, whilst in the shadows they no doubt wage a cold war of espionage and assassination if the Stormblood trailer is anything to go by. Yoshida told me that we can expect the dangers of the Garlean presence in the city to play a part in the main scenario, and no doubt the Thavnarians will as well. Across from the Thavnarian consulate are the idyllic Rakusui Gardens, seemingly named after the Rakusui N Gardens in Japan's Fukuoka prefecture. Jumping back to Pier number 1, a number of NPCs work at a large forge within the Kokajia or smithy. They seem to be crafting katanas. Moving north towards the center of town, the short pier houses the Ofunakura, or boathouse of Kugane, where more city workers labor over small sailing vessels. The Kurobura Maru, docked nearby, gives us a stunning view over the evening lights of the city, of the distant mainland of Othard, and across the harbor to the ship that the Warrior of Light could be seen sailing on in the Revolutions trailer, with Captain Carvegain, presumably his flagship, the Misery. Crossing the Tasagare Bridge and winding back to the Tenkonto, we'll stop to admire a large statue of a mounted samurai, no doubt a hero and patron of the city, whose story I cannot wait to hear for myself. Next to the monument is a clan hunt boat with representatives from each Eorzean Grand Company loitering nearby, and the Shiokaze Hostelry, an elaborate tiered inn. Returning to the Aetheryte Plaza, we must sadly conclude our brief tour of Kugane, but I hope we've managed to demonstrate here the really impressive detail of Stormblood's new hub city. It feels much more alive to me than most of the cities in Eorzea, and is laid out in a way that seems much more natural, believable, and immersive. It is one large zone, no doubt owing partially to the dropping of PS3 support, but also compact and easy to navigate. All in all, this is going to be a refreshing place to idle, and an exciting place for me to re-explore when I find it complete with quests, dialogue, and other countless interactions with the launch of Stormblood. In the next couple of days, we're going to continue exploring Giribanya, the Ruby Sea, and even a brief lore tour of Shisui of the Violet Tides, one of the new leveling dungeons, as well as take a look at some of the jobs and how they play at level 70. So I hope you'll join me for those. Feel free to subscribe if you don't want to miss them. But until then, I'm Ethys, and thank you so much for watching.